Hello, welcome to the Quilted Chicken Farm. Well, I've been over here quilting on my little long arm, and I just got done quilting a little quilt. And I'm going to take it off here, and then I think we'll go trim it up, and then I think we'll go cut some binding and sew some binding on it. You want to do it with me? You want to help me? I can always use some help. Alright, what am I going to do? I'm going to have to go over here and let off some buttons here. And then I've got it pinned in, so let me take these pins out here. I've got my little thing here, magnetic bowl that I put them pins in. That's all on that side. Let me roll this. This is the little quilt that's quilted now. The back of it's just wide, and I just did a little meander kind of on it, following the pantograph. Let me get these pins out. This one I'm making for my grandson that's not here yet. His Grandpa Terry gardens with a little cub tractor. And so this little quilt has got the cub tractors on it. So it's not very big. Alright, let's take it. Let me bring you with me. We're going to go back to the other room. Here we go. Come on, we're going to go back here. Everything's scattered around. Here we go. Down the little short hallway. I'm going to put you right there. And when I cut the binding, I'm going to cut some of this for the binding. It's laying here, so we'll cut that first. I'm going to cut it 2.5 inches. See if it's square enough without having to trim too much of it off. See what I got. That'll work. I need to add some color around it, so that's the reason I'm putting these little tractors there. 1, 2, 3. I don't know how many cut yet. 3. 4. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll cut 6 just to make sure I have enough. There. That'll be the binding. We'll take that up to the little sewing machine in just a minute. Let me move this out of the way. I need a pen to pin that. Now, we're going to trim this. And I could use the ruler, but you know what I think I'm going to do? I've just got some good scissors here. And so I'm just going to trim it. That's all I'm going to do to it. My batting was real close on the size of it. Wasn't a whole lot left over on part of it. Let me see. I'm going to go down here and I'm going to cut down this long side here. Whoop. It's real close. Some of that, I'm not trimming very much off of some of that. I usually like to have a bigger little bit on it, but and them little pieces are just falling in the floor. Reckon who's going to pick them up? It'll probably be me, won't it? When I get to it. Oh, that's close. It'll be okay, though, for a little blanket for a baby and a little pallet. Grandma Rita's making it with love. And she may be cutting corners, but she's just still doing a good job. Cut this other. How close are you? You're close too. That was really close. But it's okay. I wanted to show you how close that was. Let me show you. Some of that was really, really close. But it caught, so it's okay. Now, let's see. Gotta cut another one here. Gotta go this way. And there we go. Trimmed it up. So now we're going to take this. And we're going to take these. And we're going to go back up to where the sewing machine is. I might need some scissors. Now I'm going to bring y'all with me. Back up here. Because over here in front of this window, we're up here where the quilt machine is. And over here in front of this window is where I have my sewing machine set up at. It makes it nice and bright. And I don't know about you guys, but I like to work where it's nice and bright. I don't know if you can... There we go. Now, I don't need that right now, so we'll lay it right back there. And we're going to take these pieces to sew the binding together. And I'm going to take one long piece. Am I plugged up? I'll find out in just a second, won't I? I've got two pieces. And I'm going to get them all the same way. I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to lay this one catty corner like that right there. I'm going to put one pin just so it don't slip. And now, I've got it like that. And what I'm going to do, I'm not going to make a line. I'm going to guess at it. If you're newbie, you might make a line. But I'm going to sew from one corner across. Pull my shoe off. Actually, I got my house shoes on. Now I got to see if I'm plugged up. It's sewing. I got it detached, so I'm going to take that pin out now. Now this one, I'm going to take the end of this one, and I'm going to lay it right there and get this next one. And I'm going to lay it down just like that right there. Trying to get this ready so next time I do a live stream, I can sit there and hem on it. Because I am going to hem it by hand. I'm going to cut the first one so I can show you. I'm going to do them all this way. But it's like that, and I sewed down across, and then I'm going to trim that off, and when I trim it, then I've got it all like that right there. Because that's trash now. And there we go. Now, move that over there. Get the end of this one that's under the machine right now. Get one of these. Laying it down there. Put the pen to hold it. We're going to get this. Go ahead with this next one. Got these long pieces going every place, but I've got it under control. I do. Now I don't have my iron turned on, so I don't think I'm gonna try to get by without pressing them this time. I got this little scrap. I'm going to sew onto this little scrap because that's just what I like to do. Now, that's what I've got. Let's cut that one right there. And let's cut that there, that angle. Go to the next one. Here it is. Cut it apart. There's that one. Yeah, all my tractors are going the same direction. And if I didn't cut enough of these strips, I can always go back and add another one to it if I need to. There's that one. Now one more here to trim. See, it's like that right now. So there is my binding. That's going to go around my little quilt. And I probably ought to go those seams. I probably ought to go press them. But I'm not going to. I'm not going to. Don't tell on me. No quilt, please. But I'm going to take this now. I'm going to fold it in half when I sew it onto my quilt here. And I'll probably come back, 8 or 10 inches and start about right there. I'll put that, what did I do with that pin? I'll put that pin there to kind of keep it folded. Get this over here. And I'm going to sew it to this front side right there. We'll put it right there. And sew 1/4 of an inch about 1/4 of an inch. Let me move down here about to the middle of this side, or 1/3 of the way down. And now I'm going to pin that back in there where I'm starting. I'm going to start right there, and this tail, and then when I come all the way around, I'll leave a tail over here to attach them. But that ought to give me room. Don't want this to knock the laptop off that I'm recording with. Now I'll just take this piece and I'll fold it in half and just kind of snug it up there as I sew that. Take the pin out. And I'll hope that my seams where I attach it together don't come out right in the corner. I always don't like it when that happens, but sometimes it happens. And I'm going to kind of pull it. I'm kind of pulling it from this side to pull it. It would go through there by itself, but I want it pretty snug. So I have to move this laptop to let you see down in here what I'm doing. Folding the binding in half, laying it on there, and sewing about 1/4 of an inch. Oh, and that seam, see that seam right there? It's coming out really, really close to my corner, but not bad enough that I can't live with it. I don't like for it to do that. And I could stop it and re-sew it and move it a little bit, but I'm not going to. I hope this is just going to be a well-used and loved baby quilt when it gets done. It's one of those little 3-yard quilts. I used 1 yard of 3 different fabrics to make it. My nose was running just a little bit. Wonder why that is. These cold nights and warm days. I don't know where. Let's see, I'm looking where I could move you, but I can't find no place to move you. I'm to the corner, so I'm going to work it and try to get it nice. Now I am going to take it out. I'm to the corner. I sewed it just like that. And I'm going to make a little miter when I get down here. But now that that's on there, when I get ready to sew the binding, I'm going to turn the binding. Now I've got that sewed on there, and I'm going to turn that binding, and it's doubled. There's like 4 layers there now. I fold it over there, and then I'm going to hand stitch that all the way around. Alright, get this back up here. Now what I'm gonna do, I sewed too far, you know that? I was too busy video instead of watching what I was doing. I'm gonna peel that back just about 1/4 of an inch. And it's hard to see what you do here, but I'm gonna put my thumb right there and pull that back and get that turned in the corner there, and I'm gonna start 1/4 of an inch right there. Get it back under here. Sure to get it right. Just kind of guess at that part, or I do. Now I got that turned. There's my corner, and when I get ready to hem it, I'll flip that back and fold them and have a little miter there. And I think I'll keep sewing on this, but I'm just going to chat with you while I showed you what I was working on. I've got 3 more sides to go, don't I? So anyway, see you guys later. Y'all have a blessed day.